Hello, dear students, how are you? Before we begin, let me introduce myself briefly. I am KM Fakhruddin, lecturer, Department of Marketing, Mohammadpur Kendriya College. At first, I would like to give special thanks to our Honorable Principal, Professor Soed Jafar Ali Sir, who took a nice decision to arrange online multimedia class that is really helpful for the students during this pandemic situation. Today I am going to talking about the course organizational behavior which is assigned for honors third year. Now I will go on to highlight the course outline which includes the history of organizational behavior, introduction to organizational behavior, common characteristics of organization which includes goal, organizational structure, types of organization department, planning level and behavior, and last one organizational behavior. I will briefly discuss why we feel the concept of organizational behavior is most important in modern corporate world. Now I would like to enlighten a short history on development of organizational behavior. Before industrialization, people were divided into several small groups. That's why it was easy to understand their activities. They were completely satisfied with their own environment. In their traditional working system, labor received very little pay by giving maximum effort. Moral time frame was quite absent in the workplace in that time. After that, industrial revolution gives the great contribution to develop organizational behavior. Robert Wayne is the name of early developer of organizational behavior. Wayne was born in Wales in the United Kingdom in 1771. At just 10 years old, he was apprenticed to a cloth manufacturer. As a young man, he became more involved in manufacturing. He became appalled at the conditions of the factories, so he vowed to change them. Working conditions in factories were quite bottomless at the time. Imagine having to work 12 to 14 hours in dangerous and dirty conditions for very little pay. This was true for people, including some children, working in factories. Owen improved the conditions in his own factories and stopped child labor. He fixed the price of product for his own industrial labor that was just amount of production cost. He was the person who treated the labor in moral view. The result is large number of labor were self-motivated and unexpected massive production arise in a systematic time frame. Owen's efforts helped make factory work more bearable. Owen's philosophy for social reform became known as Owenism, which claimed that business and society. Now, I will briefly discuss the meaning of organization. The term organization derived from the Greek word organon, which means organ. Organization means a group of people who work together in an organized way for shared purpose. The origin of organization is as old as the history of human civilization itself. Example, a child is born in an organization is hospital, lives in an organization family, educated in an organization school or college, earned through an organization is business establishment, works for an organization business house, and last in the end dies in an organization is family. In fact, all the activities in country or the whole are also supervised only through organization is government. Organization does not mean only buildings, money, machines, and methods. These are environmental factors. Organization means people that work together. There are some common characteristics of organization: goal, structure, and person. Types of persons in organization is operative and manager. Operative is a person in the organization who work directly on a job or task, have no responsibility for overseeing the work of others, but manager is a person in an organization who direct the activities of others and also responsible for the work of others. Goal. A goal is an idea of the future or desired result that a person or a group of people imagine, plan, and commit to achieve. The person without a goal is like a person without a soul. Dreams are only dreams, and goals are dreams with plan and also deadline. Goals may be short term, mid term, long term. Short term goal may be 1 to 2 years, mid term 2 to 5 years, and long term 5 to 10 or 20 or 50 years or above. SMART goals indicate specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and also time frame. Specific means suppose you want to lose your weight, that is specific. Measurable, if you do exercise regularly, then you can lose your weight 10 kg within 2 months. Achievable, it can be achievable. Realistic, it is realistic because if you do exercise regularly, then you can lose your weight also. Time frame, 2 months or 3 months or 5 months or 6 months. If you do exercise regularly, then you can within 2 or 3 months or within 4 months you can reduce your weight. That is the example of SMART goal. Goal provide direction and purpose. Goals tell you how far you have traveled. Goals clarify everyone's role. Goals give people something to fight for. Goals help to make your vision attainable. Goals allow to see where you are going and what steps you must take to get there. Assign goals as a part of the performance management process. Why goal failed? Lack of planning, changing goals frequently, no priority goal. If your goal have lack of plan, then it can be fail. And changing goals frequently is bad. A person may change the goal, but frequently goalpost change is bad. But plan goals indicates need to analyze your internal and external environment, need to have a backup planning and giving priority. Example, plan A, plan B, plan C. If plan A fails, then you can go for plan B, and if plan B fails, then you can take plan C. There is a common characteristic common structure of organization. CEO, under CEO there are 2 directors, and there are 4 managers under 2 directors, and there are 8 employees under 4 managers. This is a common organization structure. Organization structure of, for example, a company is a system that defines its hierarchy. Organization structure defines the pecking order of each employee. Organization structure is the way in which a company or organization is organized, including the types of relationships that exist between the directors, managers, and other employees. Each employee's position is identified, including their function and who they report to within the firm. Types of organization. Business organizations come with different legal structures. Commercial organization, cooperative organization, not-for-profit organization, public sector organization, non-government organization, that means NGO. Commercial organization includes sole trader partnership, limited companies, limited liability partnership. A sole trader is a type of enterprise that is owned and run by one person and in which there is no legal distinction between the owner and business entity. Partnership. is a formal arrangement by two or more parties to manage and operate a business and share its profit. Limited company. In a limited company, liability of members or subscribers of the company is limited to what they have invested to the company. Limited liability partnership is a partnership in which some or all partners, depending on the jurisdiction, have a limited liability. In a limited liability partnership, each partner is not responsible or liable for another partner's misconduct or negligence. Cooperative organization or cooperative society is a volunteer association of persons who join together to mutual help. A minimum of 10 persons are required to form a cooperative organization or society. A not-profit organization. A not-profit organization does not earn any profits for its own owners. Instead, the organization donates the money it receives to help fund the organization objectives and goals. Example, cultural, education, and public service. Public sector organization. Public sector organization is usually comprised of organizations that are owned and operated by the government and exist to provide services for its citizens. Through the process of outsourcing, public sector organization will often engage private enterprise to deliver goods and service to its citizens. Example, police, education, healthcare. NGO or non-government organization is a non-profit citizen-based group that functions independently of government. NGOs, sometimes called civil societies, are organized on community, national and international levels to serve specific social or political purpose and are cooperative rather than commercial in nature. Example, UNESCO, United Nations. Organizational structure indicates various departments: purchasing department, production, administration, human resource department, marketing department, includes product price place, promotion, physical evidence place, process management, finance department, service department, and last one, research and development, that means R&D. Planning level of organization: strategic, tactical, and operational. There are three types of planning level. In strategic planning level, planning is an organization objectives and strategies. Objective is where an organization wants to be, and strategies are how an organization intends to get there. Strategic planning done at board level, it is long-term planning which considers the whole organization. Matching in organization activities to the external environment. Identifying future requirements and matching that to resources and capabilities. In strategic plan, there is a high degree of uncertainty and also recommend corrective action is required. Tactical. In this planning level, planning is more specific planning. It is a middle management level. It's a medium term planning and it concerned with the management and use of existing asset, resources and capabilities. Tactical plan need to be aligned strategic plans. Last one is operational plans. Operation plans are day-to-day plans for the running of the company. Given the existing direction, operation plan are carried out by junior management level. They do not tend to change organization strategy. Operational planning is detailed short-term planning. Planning level indicates objectives and strategies. Objectives means where an organization wants to be, and strategy means how an organization intends to get there. There are three levels of strategy: corporate strategy, business strategy, and operational strategy. Corporate strategy means corporate strategy is concern of the whole organization, and business strategy is how to approach a particular market, and operational strategy is the specific to each department. Now I'm going to explain the actual meaning of behavior. Behavior is the way of action. Behavior is everything an animal does. It is verbal or physical response shown by a person as a consequence of the impact of his or her surroundings. Example: human is an animal, so everything an animal does is behavior. But a plant catching the frog, that's not behavior because plant is not an animal. Behavior is most cases is a chain of event. It starts with stimulus, then processing and response. Stimulus is something that happen in your environment and also causes a response or reaction. Then it's processed by your brain, and after then you react the stimulus. Example: red traffic light is the stimulant. When you see it, you need to process it on your brain signals direct. Traffic light, and brain start to think what do you need to do. The reaction is that you push the brake in order to stop in time to avoid an accident. Organizational behavior. Organizational behavior is the study and application of knowledge about how people, as individuals and as groups, acts within organization. It strives to identify ways in which people can act more effectively. Organizational behavior is a scientific discipline in which a large number of research studies and conceptual developments are constantly adding to its knowledge base. It's also an applied science. Organizational behavior provides a useful set of tools that many levels of analysis. It helps managers look at the behavior of individual within an organization. Organizational behavior provides a set of tools that allow people to understand, analyze, and describe behavior in organization. Manager to improve, enhance, or change work behavior so that individuals, groups, and the whole organization can achieve their goal. Organizational behavior is valuable for examining the dynamics of relationships with small groups, both formal teams and informal groups. When two or more groups need to coordinate their efforts, such as engineering and sales, managers become interested in the intergroup relations that emerge. Finally, organizations can also be viewed and managers as whole systems that have had inter-organizational relations. Example: combination and joint venture. Thank you for being with us and also for attention. Advice is, if you go outside, use mask, hand gloves, and also keep hand sanitizer. Keep yourself and also save your family. Thank you very much.